Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another thrilling episode of Kati Kati Show. And you know that normally Kati Kati Show is me and Sir Georges, but the meaning of Kati Kati Show ni kitu kukaa katikati. Si ndio Sir Georges?
Yes.
Na leo nimefurahi kwa sababu leo ni sandwich. Leo tumewashikanisha katikati. Sir Georges, you know these amazing guests of ours are leaders ambao katika county ya Kajiado ni watu ambao wamejulikana kwa msimamo thabiti na ni watu ambao wamejulikana kwamba wameshikilia msimamo fulani, mtizamo fulani na wanazidi kusonga mbele katika kuendeleza nafasi ya vijana katika uongozi. Na kabla tuendelee, kwanza pengine ningemwachia Sir Georges kwa wale ambao hawamfahamu, na kama humfahamu sana pengine una shida, because Sir Georges is a very famous man, but wacha tu mention zake.
I am known by everybody, including myself.
Yes, you know yourself. Unajijua. Yes. So he's Sir Georges and I'm Eltezi, and today we are blessed to have vijana wa viongozi kutoka Kajiado County. Wacha wapatie jina zao alafu tuendelee na mada ya siku leo.
I am Jojo Chieng, or the Crane if you like. I'm happy to be here today with you.
Yes.
Kwa majina naitwa Edna, jina ya Kajiado mtaa wananiita mama yao.
Mama theirs. Sir Georges, today because we have these amazing leaders, I would love us to talk more on what's happening in Kajiado County, the current affairs, the state of affairs in Kajiado County, because they are leaders and they will be able to tell us more, right? Ain't that good?
That's perfect.
Now, who do we start with? Or where do we start? Tuanze na Crane. What is the current state of affairs in Kajiado County, according to you?
First of all, let me say that Lengo has tried. As the head of the county, he has done all he can as the governor of Kajiado County. It is true that devolution has really helped us, and through our governor, he has tried his best. He has done, even though he has not been able to do all that is required, he has done his best. He has tried. I can say he has tried. And so I can give him some percentage of 70%. He has tried his best.
70%.
I think because I could have said almost what he has said. Now what I want to focus on the people rather than the county government. Currently what is happening in Kajiado County, people are in a campaign mode. Wameshindwa kutofautisha kuna wakati leaders are supposed to work and time of politicking. Politics imekataa kuisha Kajiado County. All social media page, ukienda kwa huku mtaani, kila saa ni campaign. Yenye sielewi what is causing that. Because hata ma leaders wenye sasa, in fact, we are only 2 years down the line tangu election ifanywe, but tunajua wenye watasimama. Na tunajua kuna watu wenye hata washaji align, we are supporting this and that, of which to me I feel it should not be happening, because we are putting these people, the leaders, in a state of not serving the people, rather than wampia wao wameanza kuingia kwa hii mambo ya siasa. I don't know.
Sir Georges. Umechemka kama ni chemke kwanza.
Chemka.
Wacha nikuulize Edna. Kitu kwanza ningependa kukuambia. Ukiwa kwenye Kati Kati Show. Siasa haifai kuisha. Hakuna wakati wa kusema siasa imeisha tukafanya kazi. Tunafanya kazi tukipiga siasa. Ukimwona rais wetu William Samoei Ruto kila siku ako kwa ofisi, akitoka kwa ofisi anaenda kwa roof. Unaona? As long as the person who's talking politics, and in fact baada ya kiongozi kuingia, because there's a group, that's artist groups, na kuna watu ambao wako majuu wako kule Marekani pale. Walikuwa wanasema Eltezi, mbona kila wakati mnafanya bunge la mwananchi mnaongea? Nikamwambia no, we are doing oversight. Sasa hii tumefika, hakuna kunyamaza. Mbona viongozi watake tunyamaze? Siasa kisha tunapiga siasa kila siku.
Kuna tofauti
wapi shuleni siasa ipigwe?
Kuna tofauti ya oversight na hiyo Yani unajua Kajiado tumeiweka inaonekana ni kama elections ni kesho.
Ni kesho?
Na kusema ukweli sio kesho, kwa sababu unajua mkiweka hivyo kiongozi mwenye anatarajia kuingia hata mahali hapo anafanya tu kazi ya kupora ndio aende ndio aweze kukutana, maendeleo haiwezi fanyika. But when you oversight, you criticize in a good way or you encourage. Mtu akifanya kitu mzuri unasema ama una encourage. I'll tell you for example in Kajiado East. Umeona, let's say I didn't want to mention this, but ukiangalia MCA wetu wa Captain North amesahau hata boundaries zake. Yuko na campaign mode ya kwenda kutafuta UMP and we are 3 years away. 3 years away to a point that atamulika hata akikubaia lunch utaiona kwa social media.
Mnajua hivyo ndio mlidanganya mzee wangu. Eti angoje mpaka uko mwisho. Sasa sahi ana. Let
me say something about that.
Mlidanganya baba eti asi campaign. Kumbe Ruto ameanza. Angalia sasa hivi tunalilia sahi.
Let me say something in Tezi. I think we are misunderstanding political oversight and politics. We have the difference between the political oversight and politics. I am saying that because in as much as our governor is doing his work as the governor of Kajiado County, there are people who also try to play the role of oversight, who think that is not doing the right thing. And I say they are doing that by saying, no, this is not right. Maybe we made a mistake by electing the governor.
Yes.
So I think that I can fit the bill. Next time, please don't elect somebody that is like Lenko. Elect me. And that is now looking like it is politics. About the issue of the area and the MCA of Kaputei North and what he's doing. Honorable Olowasa knows what he's doing. And I can say that without an iota of fear. Because in as much as this man is the MC of Kaputei North, he also has friends and relatives. Okay? So these friends and relatives may not be within Kaputei North. He has a role to also check on those people. Not as an MCA, but as a friend or as a relative of those people.
Even as a leader.
Even as a leader. Now, I'm trying to remove the aspects of doing or whatever he does as a leader, because he's only allowed to act as a leader in Kaputei North.
Yes.
Okay? Now, my sister is saying here that he does not know where he's supposed to work. Honorable Olowasa knows very well what he's doing. When you see him come to Kitengela, he's coming to visit friends. He's not coming to do his role as an MCA. So we should not bar Honorable Olowasa from visiting his friends, from helping people he believes should be helped. Okay? So it is not right for my sister to say here that Olowasa is leaving his work in Kaputei North, coming to do some of his responsibilities in other wards or in other areas. Those things he do outside, those things that he does outside Kaputei North are things that he does on a private capacity.
Now, Sir Georges, do you think that in Kenya we are able to chill and work at the same time? As we discuss more on what Edna said, can we do? Is it time to work, or can politics stop? Should we be allowed to do politics 24 hours? Because Kenya tunapenda siasa.
I think mostly we do politics or populist. You are just walking around speaking when you're supposed to work. You are talking. You know, talk and work is different, and that's why in almost all the counties we are just seeing people doing roads. Central government is doing infrastructure. County governments are doing infrastructure. There is no time you find the governments investing in the real people. You see, like we've just been talking about today, we are having femicide or something like that.
Yes.
We should be asking ourselves, why is it like so? youth themselves have nowhere to go and, rest. They have nowhere to socialize.
Yes.
People are staying in their houses.
Yes.
From their houses, they go for killing spree.
Yes.
So we need to find, the MPs, the MCAs, we need to see them now start thinking on even buying land and doing some open spaces for people to go and, they are called parks, picnics, people where people can go and rest. In Nairobi, we used to have Uhuru Park. It's already closed for construction. We have Uhuru Gardens. It's already constructed for museum, and we have museum lands. You see, it's like leaders are detached from the communities. Leaders are not able to invest in people. And above all, we need to invest in people, not on infrastructure. Infrastructure is one thing, and investing in the good, mental health for people is also very key.
So according to Sir Georges, the county government of Kajiado
is a failure.
To 10. What will you give it?
It's a failure.
Busy amenities, by the way. Now that you are here,
is a failure.
Kusema kweli,
mbona vijana Kajiado hatuna amenities? Kitengela sana. Unakani kama tuko tu.
It's everywhere. You go to Rongai, go to Ngong, go to Kajiado town. Nothing. Where does the billions of money go? They come and put some marams on a few roads, and we think that is where all the money is gone. Let them, for once, at least we need to see them forget infrastructure and invest in people. Let them buy an open space in Kitengela, do some good parks. People are not thinking they are playing politics all the time.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I think we need to blame the people, because instead we are supposed to focus on things that will help us, but we are focused on what these leaders. The size youth, all the youths want to turn into bloggers. Why? Because they want to make noise. Ata my leaders, whether they work or not, wapate yao, and that is it. They sit on the table. What you'll negotiate with those leaders is not even about the people, it's about you. How you're going to benefit as a person, not knowing that it's beyond you.
Come close to your mic, please. Be next to your mic. Yes.
Yeah, that is why we are saying, even us as a people, we've made these leaders not perform with the kind of pressure that we are inserting on them. Instead of us giving them time to even deliver, we are here giving them praises za uongo for them. So wanaona these people don't even need development. What they need is maybe this small kidogo and then the majan, as they call it. Ndio waendelee. So I think we need to do it differently. Even when you sit with a leader on the table, it's okay. Ni vizuri kutafutia kura. I'll tell you, I am one of those people who really fought so hard and made sure Lenku alipata kiti. And for me, I'll tell Lenku atie akaze. Sitasema he's not performing, but I'll tell him akaze, afanye kazi, so that Kajiado ikue a better place.
But I think Sir Georges is asking, ningependa nijue, because now we are very lucky to have someone who campaigned for Ole Lenku. Yes, and we have the King there, who is arguably one of the best bloggers in Kajiado County. Is it wrong to call him bloggers?
No, he is.
Nothing wrong.
Is that wrong, right? And the others. First of all, I'd love to correct you, Edna, from my point of view of the other youths. Sio vijana wengi ambao wana blog. It's just a small percentage. Ni kama vijana 10 hivi.
Hawajapata space. Ni space hawajapata.
Out of 300, I don't know, Kitengela is about you vijana wengi sana.
No, ni space hawajapata.
But you guys who are our bloggers, then Edna, I think, according to me, Sir Georges, naweza kusema hawa ndo wanatulete down. Hawa leo inafaa tuweke katikati.
Yes.
Why what?
Kati.
You ask me today. You ask. Unajua, swali mzuri ungeniuliza, kwa wale wenye wote walisimama kwa kiti, mbona ukachagua kusupport Lenku? I think
Hapana.
It's okay. We
That
have
is
already
it.
done.
That is what I want to tell you. That is why nimesema
We have
ako
already
ready
done
ndani.
it.
Yes.
That is why nimeaddress nikasema what he needs to do ajikaze afanye, because ako so ajikaze afanye. It's not that we are regretting voting him in. Wacha ajikaze afanye maendeleo.
Now,
have
I
access?
will ask a question.
Do you have access
You have access to
Lenku?
Yes.
to Lenku.
Do you tell him what's happening?
Yes.
Now I want to tell
Sema
you.
tu.
Yes.
Ajaze.
Yes.
Unataka
Yes.
kitu specific, unamwambia.
Yes.
Vijana wanashinda.
Wacha tumtume kwake.
Now,
Now, Edna, there is a way Africans think. And Africans think in terms of infrastructure. But at the same time, even open spaces are important. And having gardens is also good. Now, I'm sending you to Lenku. Tell him to buy open spaces for us. Let him for 1 year, let him ignore the roads and what have you. Let him buy open spaces in all our cities, because these cities, it's like they were never planned. If you look at the way the settlers came to Kenya, and the cities that they planned, like Nakuru, it has open spaces. And when you go to those open spaces, you find like 300-400 people seated, thinking. In Nairobi also we have some open spaces. And some guys like Jivaji Garden, I think that guy did a very good law to govern that place. Why can't your leader, whom you are very proud about, buy for us some open spaces and do some gardens for us? It's our money. It's the government's money. We pay taxes. We are the community here who are doing business. We pay permits, and we pay a lot of taxes. And nobody is complaining about Lenku collecting taxes from us. Where is the taxes going? Why can't he invest back to our city? He has not even done a single cabro in this city of Kitengela. Not a single street has he done good lighting. Where does the money go? We raise a lot of revenue from Kitengela. Where does that money go?
atafikisha ujumbe kama namna gani?
Aya, tuendelee.
She can even answer us because she's close.
No, I can't answer that because one, I am not working in the county government. Wacha nikwambie hiyo nayo utanidanganya. I'm not working. There's a difference between yes, there's a difference between supporting someone and there's a difference between working kwa hiyo system. I am not working in that system.
Yes.
I don't know how the system runs.
Yes.
Mimi sijui.
Now Edna and Crane, because you've said that a lot of youths are blogging. Sindio, you guys that are blogging, and we see you guys writing on politicians, you know, Lenku, nini. Do you push the youth agenda? Because you're a young leader.
Or even the community agenda.
Or even the community agenda.
Let me answer that. First of all, we believe in policies of politicians.
Yes.
And that is what makes the difference between one politician and another.
Yes.
Anytime we want to support politicians, the first thing we normally do is to make sure that we meet that politician and ask him to give us the policies that he has, the plans that he's having for the youth and for the entire community. It is on the basis of those policies that we decide to support politicians. I am right now up to date supporting one single politician that I believe in his policies.
Yes.
And that particular politician, every one of us here knows him. I met him and he told me this is what is going wrong at this particular area. And this is how I want it addressed. Okay? And it is through that particular policy that he told me that convinced me that working with him will not only help me, it will help the entire community and the youth at large. And I think that is what we do.
And who is that?
That is I support Honorable Owasa. That is for MP.
Yes.
Yes.
But it's not even your MP.
I've not said he's my MP. I'm
It's
saying
not your MP.
I'm supporting him to be
Yes.
the next MP of
Because
Kajiado
St.
East.
George's,
And I believe in his policies.
What I know
Yes.
right now, if you're a blogger,
Yes.
let me not call you a blogger.
Yes.
You are leaders.
Yes.
Like me right now, I'm a leader.
Yes.
And St. George's is a leader. And right now on our show, sisi tunachapa tu. Tunamwambia tu tegeleza mambo. Now, even you in your space, I believe you guys should not campaign for Oluwasa.
Yes.
Okay, not to campaign for him.
Yes.
Campaign for him, but at the same time,
it's not yet campaign
It's not
time.
yet campaign time.
No. You cannot say it's not yet campaign time when clearly our president alichapa Raila na kwanza campaign mapema. No, that rule was changed. You start as early as possible.
No, I don't think that's why you won.
I don't think we can call it
Let me
campaigns.
finish. There's what is called long. Every step, the minute a politician gets into office, he starts working for the next term.
Yes.
Even ile kazi anafanya ana campaign. So campaign wazishi. Hata za kwenda biguni.
No.
Besa mate kidogo. Let me take this guy first of all. Bwana Crane.
Yes.
I'm saying that even in your space, I believe as a youth from Kitegela, Edna, you guys should be our champions. You guys should champion our cause. Unaona?
Yes.
Kama wewe unaona county ni poa, bodo usitasi. Though I know there is kuna kawoga kidogo pengine,
yes.
Lakini why don't you guys get together? Kama leo kumekuwa na maneno ya femicide. As leaders, why don't you come together?
I think the reason why you find youth not coming together for a certain cause is because, as we have said, most of us are selfish and are pursuing their own interests, which should not be the case. You will realize that the people who are supposed to come together and sit down with us for one reasoning are the same people who will find castigating each other for supporting a particular politician. And you see, when we want to revolve our reasoning within somebody's private political support, that is where it goes wrong. There is a time we should sometimes have time where we can put aside our political differences, come together and reason, find one particular cause that is going to accommodate all of us. And by so doing, we'll be able to achieve one goal together as a community and as a youth. If we continue with the mentality of so and so support so and so for his own interest, he does not want me in this particular camp, we shall not come together. And we will realize when things have gone bad, things that were supposed to be addressed on time have not now been addressed. And it will be the same as who are going to be used by the same leaders for their own interest as youth still remain backwards. Yes.
Eltezi, the problem with most of us who live tomorrow, life is today. And if life is today, then we need to keep on supporting the ones who are in the government. As I said, when government is in place, that is the government that rules each one of us. And so if that government fails, all of us will fail. If they overlook on some issues, then it is overlooked forever. Because what was the tree that was supposed to be planted yesterday, if you plant it tomorrow, it will be late by one day. So what is happening is most bloggers are now trying to bring in new leaders in space. But those leaders will not be until 2027.
Yes.
So the basis for us now to start either condemning those who are in office or advising them on how they can do it.
Yes.
And because this is us, it is our government. So don't wait for tomorrow. And in most cases, you'll go buy land, and the way to go build so that you can plant trees, you'll be late. Plant trees the very day you start buying that piece of land. And those are the trees I'm talking about. Let's try to advise Olelenku as bloggers. Advise him on how he can run this government. Criticize him on where he's failing. Let's tell him you're failing in 1, 2, 3 areas, and that's how. So that when your Waza comes in, you'll meet a government that is running. You'll not be like the government that Ruto says he met $0
you see,
in the account.
Back to campaign
You understand what I'm
Alafu
saying?
unajua, especially this campaign, the way tumejieka in a campaign mode, especially in a cosmo place like this Kajiado now, it's very dangerous because unapata tunaanza kugawana sasa on tribal lines, because unapata For example, let's not talk about, ni vizuri umesema we can focus, unajua tupende tusipende, wafanye maendeleo wasifanye, Lenku ndio governor mpaka 2027,
yes.
As long as he lives. Kakuta is the MP for Kajiado East, tupende tusipende.
We can't recall him. We can't recall him. Don't,
Then
no.
do that.
Don't say we tupende
You wait.
tusipende. That is wrong.
No, he is.
Try it.
No.
Just try it.
No, tusipende is dictatorial.
You're right.
No, that is what I've said, and I have no approach. And
She has to do that.
I have no approach.
You cannot say yes, we can recall him.
Yes.
Recall him. You cannot tell us that Kekuta will be there and perform whether we like it or not.
But the truth is that
No.
That is not right.
No, he is saying.
let me tell you, the way Olewasa is
They're
The fact we like or we like it is
She is
is not
misleading
right.
the public.
We should-
No, you see what?
That is misleading
No, you
the
see
public.
what? You see what?
No.
Eltezi, you see, is correct. But let him understand that you be the MP until the time he recalls him back.
We like it or not.
No, we like it or not.
Okay, let me withdraw that. But he is the MP.
If he doesn't, if you don't,
We are the people.
if you don't want to believe Lenku is the governor, like it or not, try it.
No.
Ni kama trying to
We
build
don't
Mandela
have to believe.
No, he
We
is
don't
the
have to
governor.
believe. He is the governor.
He
We
is
know
the
he is
governor.
He is the governor. We are
So
free.
what are we saying?
But we might not be able to recall him
Yes.
if we don't initiate that process. But that process by law is constitutional.
Okay.
It is there.
Okay, let me say this.
What we are saying is
Yes.
this, yes, he's the governor until that time when you recall
You
him.
recall him? Yes.
He's the governor. So
Put
take it to the
Yes,
bank.
he is.
Say it like that.
Okay, let's
to the
now
bank.
put it this way. Until that time, he is.
Yes.
Yeah. So what we are saying is, let's be the people who will tell this person there is a need here, kuja ufanye. Rather than, you see the way, and I want to still talk about huyo mwenye unasema MCA wa Kaptei.
Then coming MP Kajiado
No.
East.
Okay.
The supposedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
You see the way he's behaving. Any normal mind will say what he's doing. He should, what he should be doing as the person of Kaptei. In fact, he's not even focused on Kaptei. He has lost his priorities from where he's supposed to lead to the people who voted him. Now he's here misleading the people of Kitengela, especially Kitengela and Sholinke ward, telling them, he's not even supposed to talk about taking bursaries from Kaputei, meant for Kaputei people, bringing them here.
No, you don't call the name of the bursary, Edna, unless he's doing it on his private capacity. Don't say that Honorable Wasa is taking Kaputei North bursary to Kitengela or to wherever you are mentioning. Until you are sure, you should not mention that. The people of Kaputei North are wise people. They know the procedure. They can revoke the relevant section of the constitution to recall the MCA if at all he's doing a wrong thing. You cannot just come here and tell us that the MCA of Kaputei North is giving bursaries to the people of Kitengela ward. That is very unfortunate. That is.
It's possible. It's
you are-
possible.
No.
The way I know Edna, she's a very sober woman, and she speaks what she knows. So unless you want her to substantiate.
She has to substantiate.
Okay. I'm not going to withdraw, but let me tell you something.
Yes.
When Olewasa comes to the people and tells them, nitawaletea basari kutoka huko. Basari, nitawaletea. He said it, by the way. Na he was giving, in fact he said it, na atapeana na namba fulani. Si ati ni uongo, he said it. Atatoa basari was wapi?
Let me tell you, Edna. What are you saying? Was Olowasa speaking as a private entity or as an MCA of Kaputei North?
Analeta basari za
Is Olowasa not
Now this man,
Okay,
listen.
Crane wewe hapo
Now,
sasa.
Crane, you are
Crane is
confusing us.
confusing everything.
Yes.
Because once
Crane
you
is
are elected
confusing.
a
Yes.
leader,
Yes.
there is no private entity.
No.
Yeah.
And I will
Yes.
take you back
Yes.
to I will take you back to the ruling, my friend.
Yes,
To the
stop
ruling
confusing.
of the BBI.
Yes.
Yes. When President Uhuru claimed that he initiated BBI as a private entity. And the highest court of the land, my friend.
Let me tell you, my
not
friend.
the court of
You cannot-
the highest court of the land. Say that
you cannot insinuate
Yes.
that MCA cannot even help somebody that he feels should be helped from his own private pocket. Does Olowasa not have businesses?
No,
Does Olowasa not have private money? Can Olowasa use his own salary to help somebody?
I'm telling you.
No.
Now,
When he says, listen to me. When she says that Olowasa is using the bursary of Kapute North to sponsor children that are in Sholinke.
Yes.
That is wrong, because that is an illegality. He cannot do something like that in public, something that he himself knows that is wrong, unless Edna proves that.
Yes.
She has to withdraw.
Yes. On that I support you. But one thing I want to tell you categorically, there is no day we are going to separate the MCA and sitting MCA.
Yes.
Yeye na biashara zake kando. As long as you are elected into that office, you are that office.
No,
But do we agree?
That
Do you agree with me that the MCA has relatives? You agree with that?
I don't have to agree
Do
with
you
that.
agree also
It
with
is
me?
nobody cannot.
Do you also
I
agree
think
with me
agreements.
that just like
Relatives.
people, just like you, the MCA has friends.
Now, you
So
see,
if Olowasa has friends and
Yes.
he feels my friend, his child has passed exams and is
No,
not
we
able
are
to go to
we
school.
are confusing
And
this.
now, no,
Yes,
that's
we
what
are
I'm
confusing
confusing.
this.
No,
It's very basari.
no, don't.
Asienda kupeana
As in-
basari.
as-
Anything that
as-
she
yes,
not
yeah.
itachukue basari.
He has not no, this person you're talking about.
Yes.
Can you prove that he indeed gave the person?
now I
That's what I'm
will
saying.
prove. Let me prove.
On that,
Let me
I
prove.
don't know.
So she has to withdraw.
Yes, that's what she has to
Please
do.
withdraw.
I want to prove. I want to
Either
prove.
substantiate or
I want to
Yes.
prove. Now, if it's on from his pocket, it's only a donation.
Yes.
It's not a bursary. If it's from his office, it's called bursary. Now, when you give somebody money from your pockets,
It is not a bursary.
It's not a
But
bursary.
they're calling it a bursary for that political.
now wait. He came and said, I'm going to give you bursary. Okay? So to substantiate, we will have to
That is not
bring
true.
you the clip.
Bring the clip.
Yes, we
Yeah,
have
you
to.
next week.
Next week.
Next week I'll bring it.
Right,
yeah.
Yes, I'll bring
But
it.
before you bring
And
the clip,
no, I'll bring
you
it. No, I'll
No,
bring
no,
the
no,
clip
no,
after.
no,
If I
because-
don't bring the clip, is when I'll withdraw. But for
Because
now, allow me.
what happens is, if it's money from his pocket, it's a donation.
Yes.
He doesn't even have to call us to go and witness him.
Yes, yes.
But this one, he called the public to witness him giving the money. And if it's
And
for
it
his
should
own-
not be called a bursary
for his
anyway.
own family, if it's for relatives, he was coming for relatives. You don't go give your mother money and then you call the media to come and cover you.
I
Come
think it
on.
was a slip of the tongue. Maybe.
No, it's not
Come
supposed
on.
to be called a
He
bursary.
did not call it.
If
Maybe he
that-
called it by
that's-
mistake.
No, but if
But
it's a
he
mistake,
doesn't
as
call it
in,
bursary.
I'm very sure.
I want to say right here that is not, if it was a slip, then it's not a slip of the tongue, it's a slip of the mind.
Ladies and gentlemen, the discussion
Respect
is
you
hard.
guys.
The discussion is hard, it's super hard. Now, Crane,
Yes.
because Edna here has come out strongly prohibiting us from engaging in early campaigns. Unfortunately, we have to do so a little bit. Who do you think is perfectly fit for 2027 governor position?
First of all, allow me to say that we need a well-experienced leader to take over from Lengo. We need somebody that is well-versed with the matters leadership, somebody who has tried, who has a good background in terms of leadership. Right now, I have been trying to look at these leaders and I'm trying to weigh them. I'm weighing them. The only person I'm sure will not be governor is Katoli Metito.
Why?
That person has a very bad political history. He has never delivered to the people. He's somebody that is, I can call him the carpet bagger.
I think Saturdays, is it right to go after Kato when he doesn't have any representation yet?
No, because I
No,
think, I think,
maybe.
I think
Yeah.
what we
No,
need to
let's
do-
just argue.
Because we asked you, who do you think
No.
will be?
What I
But-
think-
No, let's okay. Let me say something.
Yeah.
But you don't have who will be.
In my last show, I think I said that it's all over.
Yeah.
I said
We have seen you everywhere.
I said hiyo kitu imetrend and I said this.
Yeah.
If elections were to be done tomorrow, that is when I said Katole Metito will not be governor, which means he had time to up his game, and I gave reasons why. Why? And I told you that Katole Metito had collected a group of bloggers wenye nimesema, yenye kazi yao ilikuwa ni kutusi watu. Which means if Katole Metito can have a strong system behind him yenye namwambia ukweli na vile anafanya vitu, believe you me, Kato anaweza chukua kura. But still, as it stands, because he has been voted in marangapi, amekuwa 20 years MP. That means there's something they were seeing because he was being voted by the people. But there's something that Kato doesn't understand. We are talking now of Kajiado at large, not Kajiado South. There's a difference between Kajiado South as a portion and Kajiado County.
But last election he came second. He lost with how many votes?
In fact, about 4,000. Whereby
that's the larger Kajiado.
And 4,000. That shows there's something about Kato Ole Metito, and there's maybe a small mistake that he made, and I will tell you for free.
No, you see, it was.
So,
you see, Kato,
the status control.
I know him. He's my friend.
Yes.
You see, the problem.
You talk about India. Kato, you have people everywhere, man. This guy.
You see what happened. You should know, Kato was competing with an incumbent, and overthrowing, coming in and being beaten by only 4,000 votes. It's not a joke.
Yes.
He's a great man. Right now, Kato is not concentrating on politics. It's concentrating with State House.
Great.
So
I agree with that.
So what is going to happen is, we cannot really predict who is going to be the governor of Kajiado at this hour, because I am also about to present myself for the same.
But we know the race is about ni watu wawili. Wachana kila mtu atakuja. But tukiangalia the race, the people, you see like last time we will see the race was between Lenku and Kato. Now we can see very clearly the race is between Seki and Kato Ole Metito.
And
the race is between who?
Seki and Kato Ole Metito.
Yes. That is it.
Now let
me tell you.
What is
I was telling you. You cut me short before I finish.
Yes. No,
I say that
he's saying that he's starting with the man who cannot be, and he's not a prophet.
Yes.
He's not a prophet.
No, it's still okay. No, that is still okay.
Are you Ezekiel?
I started with the person I was sure I was not going to be the governor.
I
was going to the next person. Now, the race is between, just like she has said, between Seki and Kato Ole Metito. But I'm telling you, Seki is playing his politics very, very carefully. You see that? No, politics requires a lot of strategy. If you look at the moves Seki is doing, Seki one has done a very perfect oversight to the county government. If you look at the kind of work the governor has done, is courtesy of sometimes direction given by Seki as the senator and guidance. And I'm not saying that Lenku is not.
Can you substantiate that?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
This guy should withdraw that.
I'm not saying that.
And before we go on,
yes.
Substantiate or withdraw, because you're saying that the governor right now is doing things because because Seki is giving him.
He's saying governor is corrupt.
I'm not saying
Zeki is the one putting governor.
No, don't put words in my mouth. I have not said that the governor is corrupt. I have not said that the governor is corrupt. Let me put it this way. The county government has two arms: the legislature and the executive. Okay.
Yes.
And there is a senator there who does the role of oversight on the county, how the county government uses the money. Now, if you look at the coexistence that has been there between the senator and the governor, it is true that governor has tried to deliver to the people. Up to now, if you can look at the ground, you'll realize that the governor has tried, and he's doing all that because the senator is also trying to intervene on areas that are necessary, that he feels needs to be corrected for service delivery to be perfect. So the senator, as the oversight authority, is doing a good job. He's making sure that the people get services.
Let me ask you, my friend,
yes.
because you're talking as if I don't live in Kajiado County.
Yes.
I live in Kitengela, and I know the current situation. Are you telling me that hizi vitu zote zenye mimi naona Kitengela, kwanza tuanzie na vijana?
Yes.
Sisi kama vijana, right now hatusikii kama tuko poa. Is that you're seeking not the one? Kama hiyo mabaki anachangia katika serikali.
Okay.
Is it not the one? Because what you're trying to tell us, first of all,
yes,
is that you are trying to tell us Seki is doing these things, and you cannot substantiate.
What I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, the role of the senator is to oversight.
Yes.
And there is nobody that can work without peace. Okay? And I'm not saying that Seki is working hard to provide peace for Lenku. I'm saying that he is doing the right thing that he's supposed to do, but at the same time making sure that he gives Lenku the space to do the work that he's supposed to do. I'm not also saying that Seki is so reluctant to the extent
what is the track
at this point,
of Seki in Parliament? Not because you know him.
Is you know the role the role of a senator.
Bills.
One, he is to legislate. Having looked at him, as far as I know him, he has tried doing good legislation.
He's a man.
Personally, I've never had.
Tell us clearly. Seki alisimama pale Senate akasema hivi na hivi. It has been followed.
In the motion.
Tell us.
Ndio hivi nataka kukuambia.
Need about the bush na
unaona wacha kutupeleka hivi. The truth is, me I'm not supporting Seki, neither am I supporting Kato. But there is a way you can weigh these two people. And me as Edna, I am yet to meet all the two leaders. I question them before I decide. That is me. Because vote yangu niko na kura. So kura yangu sitaki kuiekelea mahali popote. Ngoja kwanza niseme. Kura yangu sitaiekelea popote. But I have a problem with Seki. The other day, he was there making a lot of noise. Kusema vile Lenku wafanyi kazi. Sijui nini. Siku kidogo akarudi huko kwingine. Seki sasa, Lenku ni mzuri. That is a problem. Ngoja kidogo. I actually have a problem with the Kato also.
Yes.
And Kato's problem is this. Kato ni state house controller, sindio? But he needs to understand that competitors wake, wenye kama anaenda kuuliza, Lenku is not one of them.
Yes.
He has directed his wars to Lenku.
Yes.
So much.
True.
Kushinda, kufocus on kufanya where he's going to.
On competitors.
On competitors. But I'm not saying that I am with the Seki or I'm with Nani, because Seki equally have huyu pia equally have a problem. And I was clear nikasema yule hawezi chukua. And I said ikifanywa kesho.
We are weighing the problem.
Ikifanywa kesho. Kingine ndio isa Georges. Lakini kitu moja nashangaza Georges, because everything you're saying now unasema Kato is going against, is going for the wrong person. Unfortunately, according to my thinking is, when you see Kato going for Lenku, probably he knows that Lenku has turned his guns towards him. So kama vile ilikuwa Ruto na Uhuru. Ruto alijua Uhuru.
No, you see, it doesn't.
Unajua, if Lenku is not performing, I'm assuming maybe if Lenku is not performing, I think Kato should not be worried about whoever mwenye anaweka kwa sababu he should not be worried.
You see that is where we go.
Kato is in the state house controller close to the president.
Yes.
So he should not be worried.
That's where you're going wrong.
You
see, if I belong, you see, like me, I come from Meru. That's my motherland, and I have interest in Meru. In anything that goes wrong in Meru County, I always feel bad about it, and I will always try and correct the mess because I have some interest there. So Lenku has all the interest in Kajiado, and so he has all the right to criticize Lenku.
Kato.
Yes. I mean Kato, yes, has all the right to criticize Lenku if he feels he's not doing the right thing. And that's what I said about the bloggers. We need to criticize. We need to approve even. We need to comment.
What Kato
is more of personal.
What Kato is doing is poking holes on things that Lenku is doing. Poking holes. Everything.
Which is okay.
Anytime
because
Lenku tries to do something,
Zeki is not doing it. Because the senator is
And
not doing
again,
it.
and again, he should take over the role of the senator.
You know one
And
thing also, Crane and Edna here, because let's be factual right here on this show, senior.
Yes.
Because what if you say that every time Kato is poking holes on what Lenku is doing, substantiate us. Please tell us. Me and Sajonis, we are not politicians. We don't do politics. But tell us, in this situation, Lenku did this, and Kato came here and did this and poked this one.
Yeah. Pour the unga on
If
the
you
road.
can say that, I think you're still doing your blogger job. Peddling. Information. Anyway, yeah, it's getting really interesting. Now, because these guys, Sadio just there's something they've said that there are two horses. But I'm wondering, how about Mama? Because Peris Tobiko is also going for this, and she was quite strong last time.
I wish Peris Tobiko could have been one among the horses, but
Why don't you
unfortunately,
think she'll be?
she's not. That one I will tell you for free.
Why?
She's
Why
not.
yet?
Unajua umesema wewe sio politician na uko kwa ground.
Sawa.
So, sisi tuko ground.
we know what
Tuko ground. Tuko ground.
Tuko
Tuko ground.
Eh.
So tunakwambia hii race ni hao watu wawili.
Kwa hivyo Peris
But don't you think it's too early? Because what I was trying to say, you can also come up and say, I want to present myself. Because it's still too
No,
early.
you will not be a host.
I thought
You will be a
utakuwa
host.
host. You'll be there.
You'll be a holder.
But
I'll be a
utakuwa
donkey.
You'll be a donkey.
problem coming.
Donkey.
Come, but utakuwa
Oh, you
holder.
see, things change.
Atakuwa donkey, mwambie ukweli.
What happens, what you are forgetting is, even the constitution can change, and still Lenku comes in. It's possible. You see, it's still too
No,
early.
we are talking as per what is now.
Yes.
Yes, but it's too early.
Yeah,
That's why we are
but-
saying politics aside now. Let's not talk about who will be the governor that time, because it's still too
It's
early.
not too
No,
early.
it's not too early because
I'm telling you, sir.
see, are you not the one who was saying what the president was doing to campaign mapema is okay? Now ikikuja kwa county yako.
No. You
Inakuwa
see
ni
what
shida.
I was
Inakuwa
saying.
ni
What
shida.
I was saying. Even the president, even Ruto, campaigners Uhuru and Raila, because they were also doing a lot of campaign with BBI. You remember?
Hapana, Ruto alianza mapema.
Ruto alianza
Bana, were
mapema.
you in Kenya?
Now, and the funniest thing about our president, we love you again because tunataka peace.
Na baada hajawacha kukampeni.
Hataki tuambie. But what I'm saying is this.
But you see
Other side,
politicians-
you know what Sadio is? Even right now, Ruto is
Baada
still
na
campaigning.
campaign. Yes.
Every day, in fact, the last 2 hours alikuwa KTN anauza sera za 2027.
Campaigning.
You
Still campaigning.
see,
Politics is
what
a
happens.
career.
What happens? What I'm saying is, it's still too early to try and say who will be the governor, because there are also people who are there are guys who are ambassadors, and they are popular. Like Lenku came from nowhere and became. You see, Lenku was a chef somewhere. You know what I mean by a
But
chef? He was.
kukuja hivyo, you know.
You understand?
Lenku-
Then he was lifted to a status of CS. You know, he came from a C.
He was brought.
You understand? He came from nowhere. We never used to know him. He came and became. So people can come from nowhere and become. We are still about almost.
Okay.
40.
But Sadio, the truth is, no one is going to come out of nowhere. Let
That
me
is
just
the
tell you
truth.
the truth now. Like speaking like a prophet, of political prophet, not spiritual
From
prophet.
now-
You are forgetting
I don't
even
know.
the
No
former
one-
governor.
no one-
Even the
whatever-
former governor.
whatever
No one is
happens,
coming.
The first governor will also be in the mix. And you don't know who is going. By the
Okay,
way,
yeah,
you
yeah.
see even Lenku can even step down for somebody. You understand?
Earlier.
So we are actually not aware. We can only imagine,
Yes.
and our imaginations are limited.
But now
Our imagination has
but
up
up to
now.
now,
Yes.
up to now, we still have two horses.
That's very unfair. That's very unfair. I'm sitting here because they cannot say. You see now these guys, I'm telling you, that's why they are bloggers.
Me, I'm not a blogger.
But you are
We are not- we are not-
Why I just say it because Mama Tobiko has not said he would stand. We have Moshisho who has said atasema atasimama. Moshisho atasema atasimama. Mbona mnaweka kando?
Tumesema
Because you
hivi.
see,
Last
they are
time
used to
walisimama
don't-
wangapi?
They are used to horses.
Eh.
They are used to horses. Wait until the cheetah comes.
Ngoja. Unajua tuambiane ukweli. Mapresident, kama mapresident I think kulikuwa na wengine. But tulikuwa tunajua ni wangapi.
Raila na Ruto.
We knew
Wapi
there were two.
Moshisho? Wapi Moshisho Edna? Uone akisimama.
Is he going to vie?
Yes. You
Hata
don't think so?
akisimama, okay. Hata akisimama, I'm sorry to say, but he will be number
4.
4.
So say horses wamekuwa 4. Ghafla beautiful. Sasa horses ni wangapi?
Atasimama namba ni wawili.
Horses ni wawili.
Alafu unajua unaona
wake seki na wake lefu. Wako ni kato. Wewe unapo
mimi hata sija.
Bado hujabua.
I'm not decided because unaona hata horses wawili. No, hata horses wawili nimewatoa makosa yao wote. Unajua hii siasa tuambiane ukweli. This politics is strategy. Kuna kamati kadogo tu na mtu anapita. Kuna kitu utafanya kadogo tu kakuangushe.
Let me ask you a question. I want to be world. Does it mean if somebody from another community, other than the Ma community, decided to be a governor, cannot win?
Never.
Why?
Let's talk kwanza.
No, let me answer him because you're afraid to answer him. Let me answer him. Now, what he's saying is this: if you're not from the Maasai, you're from somewhere. Yes. Now you are supposed to go and stand at that somewhere. That's the most big pedal. Like, but which is sana governor. Huku kwingine wamase kufungua.
No, you see why I'm asking.
Lakini governor was MCA ni sawa.
You see why I'm asking like that is because Kajiado is the biggest community, the county that is more of cosmopolitan right now, which is becoming more cosmopolitan is Kajiado. Don't even talk of Nakuru. Don't talk of Mombasa. Talk of Kajiado.
Yes.
Don't talk of Machakos. Talk of Kajiado. Kajiado is becoming like Nairobi.
By the way.
Believe you me. So I want somebody. Edina says no, never. Can you tell me why?
Not
you think it's never?
Not in 2027. Maybe masiku za mbele it's okay. But for 2027 it's a lie. Unaona, acha kwanza tupate hata kiti ya MCA. Tujipime kutoka hapo. Sio governor.
Mkiwa na nani?
Tupate kiti ya MCA, the other communities umeuliza. Tupate hiyo kwanza. Kitengela.
But I think
tukipata hiyo,
it's just respect. To me it's only just because of respect.
Yes.
Because other communities respect my community.
Yes.
Otherwise, if I stood as a governor, I can take it.
And again, my people no. And again,
I can take it. You know why? Sir Georges. Because what I'm looking at, I'm looking at Ngong, Rongai, Kitengela, Kiserian. Those are big cities. And the majority are from other communities. And I think if you look at the mathematics, even Loitoktok, but you see, my community is highly respected by other communities because they are our leaders. Yes.
Now Edna was telling us about tuanzie Kitengela. Hebu tupatie narrative yako.
Wacha niongeze Kenya amesema tukubaliane, in as much as it's a Cosmo place, this is the Ma County.
Yes.
Ni hawa Masai.
Right.
So lazima tuwape ile heshima kwa hizo viti zingine wachukue. Hii nyingine wanaweza tukubalia juu tushakuwa wengi hizi logo.
And I hope you're not trying to be politically correct.
No.
Hapo sema hivyo juu hata tukukaa sawa.
Nasema tu
fear of contradiction.
No. Hiyo ndio ukweli wa mambo.
But you see also what we also need to understand.
Yes.
There is no problem with a Luo becoming the governor of Meru as long as he has ideas that are able to transform the county. We need now to start looking at our country is one people. Kenya is one people. And actually, whoever brought the tribal counties, because our counties are more tribal, I think he did a disservice to this country. We shouldn't have gone that route. We should have taken a bigger area where we are accommodating other communities. I mean, we are several communities.
Yes.
Like for example, in Meru, you find like in Darakanivi, is a Meru community, but the Meru County is another Meru community, but the two of them now seems like they are different. You get, people see one another. I'm sure even if you go to the lower community, you look at those counties, there are counties that feel superior. Siaya, for example, feels superior because that's where Raila comes from. You know, so I think we also need to start looking at communities, as leaders, because Kenyans will go to Canada and become governors there.
Presidents.
But you see,
but
that is not something that will just come instantly. You know, it's something we need to adapt with slowly. Because if it happens,
it's because
at
of
once,
the minds we have, like the mind you have.
Imagination.
It's an imagination.
Imagining. But by the way, Edna was taking us on a road, and we cut her short. He was rudely interrupted by Sajoji.
What was it? We were
You're talking about
spiritually interrupted.
We were talking about
the Kitengela. You said you want to show us. Let us try from
okay,
Kitengela.
let's say, especially, let's talk about now Kitengela.
Yeah.
Kitengela, in fact, the Ma people are very
few.
We have, so I don't see any problem if we get the leadership of Kitengela or even Sholinke from a different.
But it cannot happen.
No, it will. It will.
This time around.
It will.
2027.
Yes, it will.
You think so?
Yes,
You
Sholinke
believe so?
Kitengela, it will.
You believe so?
Yes, it
Sam
will.
come out.
It will.
Sam come out.
No, regardless of who, it will. I haven't seen. It
Hakuna
will.
wengine? Hakuna wengine, iko wengine.
No, we have
Maybe
people.
see,
We have people.
watu-
We have people.
watu wako-
You didn't see them.
Na kuna-
You
na-
didn't see
na
them.
namba tunazo, ita
You
happen.
didn't see them. They're there.
Ya
Karebo.
MCA nayo.
Tony Karebo.
Na MCA nayo itakuwa. Ni ile tu, wacha tuseme hizi zingine wacha zikue, but what we want to tell our aspirants wenye wanakuja for leadership, wenye wanataka viti, stop dividing people. I want to address them. Wawache kugawa people. Like today, if I am seen with you, if you, watu washa imagine maybe you are supporting Kato.
Yes.
Utaona kwa social media fulani supporting mtu fulani.
Yes.
Like saizi, you can never do tea with your friends just because you are in different political lines.
Yes.
You know, which is not so good.
But you know, Esther, Edna, you know that they did not start that. Divide and rule started way back along. Kwa hivyo it's ni njia ya siasa.
So tupimiwe tu maisha ati as in, unajua, for example, ati mtu akaniona leo nimekaa na Seki.
Yeah.
Unajua, I can sit with Seki and discuss things because he's a senator.
Yes.
Because he's
True.
my senator.
True.
So the fact that you see me with Seki doesn't mean that now you start aligning me there.
Yes.
Hata kama
Sasa
kuna
wewe
yes.
inatakana wewe ujue kwamba hii ni siasa. You know? Na siasa ni kama vile Sajoji alikuwa
na huko katikati.
Sajoji huko katikati. Sajoji was saying one of the weirdest thing that I had even from Kina Raila, which I think President Ruto rose above that. Ya kusema eti winner takes it all. Hakuna kitu kama winner takes it all. You are in politics. I have my policies. I know how I'm going to rule Kenya for the next 5 years, and you as opposition know what you wanted to do. So you as opposition, first of all, don't have to support us. You can hate on us till the next time you remove us.
Yeah.
Yes,
because
politics. And them as the leader.
what do you want to take if the winner doesn't take?
Now, because I just keep on insisting that we have to support our president. We don't have to support him.
Let me add something on what
He can fail until we remove him.
let me add something on what you have asked of whether other communities can take the leadership of Kajiado.
In 2027.
Now, responding to what you have asked, my brother, it is important also to note that we cannot go far when we are not united. Unity is one of the most important things when a community or a group of people want to win.
Yes.
The problem that our communities, these other communities, leave alone the Ma community,
Yes.
have been wallowing in is the problem of disunity among them.
The Ma community.
Among these other communities.
Yes.
The Ma community are united.
But we don't need such kind of unity.
Now the problem
A tribal
is
unity.
now when Kambas
No,
lose.
we don't. That's
No, that is the point.
Tribalism.
That is the point with my sister.
We don't
was
have to
saying.
unite. Tell that person who's coming from that other community to come with good.
And that's
What
why-
Sajoji say?
That's why I'm telling you
Yes.
that if even the community, the tribes themselves are not united, like so let's say for example, Luos cannot speak in one voice, then even if they front a candidate,
But
The man-
But why do you want? You see your needs.
Yes.
You see your needs.
He can convince Mark.
Your needs are not my needs.
Yes.
Your wants are not mine. You want to buy a car. Me, I want to marry. You understand?
Yes.
Each one of us has its own needs. So you'll go to where your problems are being taken care of. So there is no way you'll tell me we go on the same road, and me I want to go to Kitengela, you want to go to Kajiado.
And you
So
see
that's
that is what these other leaders have been capitalizing on.
no,
They use the divide and rule, and they wanapenda katikati.
But nataka kujue
Bring
kwa
us
wanasiasa
a good
nayo
leader.
wanapendanga
We won't ask
when
about
you're not together.
Yes.
That is politicians. I'm talking of you know there's a difference between politicians and leaders.
Yeah.
So politicians wanatakanga kuona watu scattered. In fact, unity in our threaten.
No, you are wrong, Edna. Politicians want to see poor people, because they can rule over them.
Maybe she's speaking from
You
experience.
know,
She's speaking
Poor
to-
people.
let me tell you.
She loves
Do you
us.
know through unity mkiwa pamoja kuinuka ni rahisi. So wanajuanga mkiwa pamoja mtainuka. So they normally want to see people scattered. A politician
they
will
get the
want,
votes?
ukianza kumuomba, ukianza kufanya
Scatter, gather.
How do they get the votes? if
sasa
they scatter?
that is how the unajua wanakuja nao like a solution. You know they always come like nitawafanyia hii, unajua mmefanya hii, so they come as a solution to the problem they've created.
Yeah, in fact, leaders, most politicians want to see communities very poor.
Yes.
They don't want to
So that-
see.
so that
I will
they-
give you an example.
I'm not going to be.
No, I won't give you an example for 5 minutes. Now, you see, there is a lady called Anne Waigoro.
Yes.
One Waigoro was given the Ministry of Devolution. And one woman I really put at a very high level is Waigoro. Because when she came for devolution, she started targeting the slums. Kibra, she's the one who opened the road in Kibra, put water. And before she could go through that, the same with places like, call it what? Madare. Before she could finish the program, she was branded a corrupt person. And she was kicked out. Immediately after that, they came back again and started praising her. Once she was, the renewal was cut short. So, politicians...
Do you know who's leading that troop? Branding a corrupt. Do you know who?
Baba.
Not Baba. It's Ruto. Paka kasema anaibika sana watu kubeba.
Si ndio nasema politicians.
Lakini si Baba.
Why are you calling Baba?
Si Baba, si ndio baba yangu. It's my president.
Baba, you can call Baba anytime. It's your man.
Si ni baba yangu. By the way,
Be
politicians don't want to see prosperous people.
He might come here.
They want
It's
people.
spirit.
They want people who are broke, so that they buy them changa in the morning and they go to vote for them.
Makes a lot of sense. And now that we are here with our youth leaders, I think as we wind up the show, for me as Mr. Liam Beltezi, hold just to request you guys, as you prepare, we have had your horses. You have said there are 4 horses.
No, we have said 2.
You have said 2 horses.
Yes.
I think because I've had other guys on the show and they have really projected for their candidates.
Call them donkeys.
If you insist.
The cheetah. Cheetah is coming.
Yes, the cheetah is coming. So you guys, I think you are on the forefront. Lead us well. Show us the way. You know, don't just as a matter of fact, you know, mnafaa tuunganishe na not on tribal lines, because we are not going to vote for. I don't believe we are supposed to vote for someone because they call him Tukuja. And we want to get rid of the ma. It's what that person represents. Do they represent change? Because I met a candidate who was very angry at me because, you know, last election I was MC for Alex Sinket. He was running for MCA. So he was telling me, now you see how things are happening. It's because you voted for this guy. Then I told him, what if I voted for you? Maybe it will worse. You don't know. You know. But all in all, you guys represent us well when you're there. Yeah.
Let them.
Edna,
You know.
Edna is really trending. Ile video last time.
Ile video last time.
Ile tulifanya kwa bunge la wananchi. By the way, na trend sana.
Gani?
Ile bunge la wananchi. Her speaking about Kato will never be governor.
And you see,
lakini
no.
When you go to Kato, that same video will come back. Never forgets.
The vibration.
Never forgets.
What I said is, and I'm being very clear. You asked, I condemned early campaigns, but I told you if elections were to be done tomorrow, because anyway, I'll have to vote. I told you I'll vote Paris, and I gave you a reason, you know.
And now today Paris again umemtoa.
Nimesema hivi. Mimi sijamtoa. Unajua kuna kitu moja yenye amuelewi. Nimesema hivi. Unajua kuna yule mtu ungetamani akue, lakini hata ukiangalia unaona that is just within you. Unaona? Ngoja kwanza niseme. Na nikasema kama kura zingepigwa kesho, Kato angechukua, na nikapeana sababu, which means I gave Kato space.
Yes.
Aone mahali ana makosa,
yes,
arekebishe.
Na ukasema Paris atakuwa.
Na nikasema nitapigia Paris.
Na niti
nilisema atapata. Nilisema
nitapigia. Amesema there are two horses.
Kato na Seki.
Yes.
Unajua
anapigia ni donkey.
Sio lazima apite. Unajua unaweza pigia mtu na asipite. Mimi kwa watu 6 only 4 ndio walipita. 2 walifail. President alifail. Na senator akafail. So
do you think bado unashikilia msimamo kama Paris utapigia ikakuwa siku leo?
It's still too early.
We are here because
it's still what I'm saying, it's still too early because elections kesho.
If it's so early, then why are you saying Seki na Ranjini watakuwa?
No, alisema kama inakuja kesho.
Kwa ground sasa hivi leziko. Hao watu wawili ndio wako kwa ground. Wako strong. Unajua hiyo ndio kweli. Kuna mtu, unajua hata kuna mtu anaweza simama, hata unaweza simama wewe ni best yangu. Nitake nikuwekee kura. Lakini in the real sense najua kura yangu ninafanya nini? Natupa. Unajua inafanyikanga.
Ilikuwa baba tupa. Ndio kulikuwa na mzee tupa.
So, are you saying voting for Paris likely to be kutupa
kura?
As things are, itakuwa ni hivyo. Sio yeye ni mbaya, but ni kama watu awahoni, so inaweza kuwa ni kutupa.
Anyway guys, are you going to be back next time?
Yes.
Thank you guys. That was Kati Kati show. And we go to discuss a little bit. Next time we're going to go deeper here with Sir Georges, my co-host, and of course our lovely guest, our panelist, that is the Crane in Edna. And again, we continue to tell you that this is sauti kama kaida wanga ni huru. Ya tunaongea vile tunaihisi. So it is just our point of views, and it is for correction for you guys to take it positively. Also, yes. Thank you very much, and until next time. Bye-bye.